Hi there, and welcome to this new group that I've just created for anyone who wants to learn how to love again later in life. Well, actually, maybe I should take that word learn out. For anyone who wants to love again later in life, you are now ready, and you know that it is more than just jumping on Tinder or jumping on another dating site and going on date after date. It is, in fact, a journey back to you. And when you get yourself together, then not only does your love life, your relationship area come together, but so many other things come together as well. Your professional life, your health and your body, your exercise and your mental well-being. It's about coming back to you, knowing who you are and where you're going in life and what you want. Big questions, right? Now, the truth is that unless you get clarity on what it is that you do want in your life, you're going to keep doing the same thing over and over again. And it'll feel like you're just throwing spaghetti at the wall and seeing what will stick. You're going to keep choosing the same kinds of people. You're going to keep feeling the same kind of feelings in a relationship. You'll bring the same insecurities in, and even some of that baggage we've all got at this stage of our lives. And we don't want to do that anymore. We want to be clear of it. We want to be free in the heart, free in your head. And this way, when you finally do meet the right person, number one, you'll know it when you meet them. You'll choose differently. You'll know what your own needs are, and you'll know how to meet them. You'll be able to identify as well what their needs are. You'll both have a similar vision in life. You'll both know what the other's love language is. You'll both have respect for each other and enough self-awareness to know that in order for a relationship to work later in life, there's got to be a bit of flexibility, give and take, understanding, helping the other unpack their baggage if there is still a bit there. Anyway, I could talk forever about this, but I'm not going to. I just wanted to do a quick introduction and let you know why I've created this group, because I want it to be specific. So much about our own self-worth comes up in everything, right? Especially when it comes to relationships. We think we're okay until something gets triggered, and then straight away it's like, oh, that was me. Anyway, why am I an authority on this? Well, where do I begin? You'll hear my story over time, so I'm not going to give it to you in today's video, but I made a really bad choice when I was in my 20s. Why? Because my self-worth was that low, I didn't think that anyone else would want me. And that is the absolute truth. I finally realized what was going on. And in my late 20s, I got some really deep work done, counseling work. And I worked on myself for 2 years, pretty hard out. And when I did that, I knew exactly who I was and what I wanted. So I managed to make a massive change then. And then in my 30s, I was remarried, and unfortunately, I lost my husband to cancer 10 years later. So I then had to learn how to not only go through grief, but also to really know, who am I now in the world? I completely lost my identity. And that was the big thing. Who am I now? I was no longer a married woman. In fact, I was a widow. I hated that word. I didn't want to use it. I did everything not to. So very much had to re-identify who I was and find meaning and purpose in my life again. Now, this is something that many people later in life have to do. Who am I now? What's my place in the world? What do I really want? What am I here for? What's my vision for my life? When you get those questions answered, then you will choose your next life partner even better. Now, I didn't do things that well after I was widowed, and when it came time to dating again, it was like I went back 20 odd years, completely lost my knowledge of who I was, had no boundaries, didn't trust myself, and made some really bad choices. But then I stopped. I went within and I listened to myself, and that was when I finally made the right decision. So it's been, it's actually been a 30-year journey, hasn't it? However, from my 40s onwards, it's been quite different, quite extraordinary. And I'm actually writing a book about dating later in life. And it's going to be a bit funny too, because there's some funny stuff in there. And I'm sure you've all got some funny stories, right? I tell you what, if you've got a pet, let them choose. They tend to know best. So anyway, I just wanted to welcome you to the group, and do contribute, do share your stories. I'd love to hear it. It's a great place where we can all open up and support each other, especially if you want to move forward in life, if you are ready to move forward in life. Take that journey back to you. It may take you a little bit longer. You may not get on the perfect date next week, but take yourself out on that date. Find out who you are. Fall in love with you again. Then you'll be amazed as to who you attract. Alrighty, drop me a line, book a call if you want to chat, send me a message. I'm here. Wishing you a wonderful weekend and welcome to the group.